Hello, golden light, love, and pure awareness to you and your loved ones. This is How to Meditate, video 2. Today I'm going to teach you how to start meditating in either a chair or a couch. Make sure it's, like if it's a couch especially, make sure it's firm. You want 90-degree angles, um, meaning especially like where your butt sits. You don't want it to be drooping in so that you fall into it. Um, but there's ways to fix that. And then probably better would be a desk chair or a dining room chair with no arms, total 90 degrees where your back and your butt is, 90 degrees. Okay, and video 1 was just basically about preparation, including you should be stretching a lot, which will make your meditations a lot more doable. Stretch your core, stretch your upper legs, stretch your hips, stretch your shoulders, stretch your neck. But I will add, if you have tension here or in your legs in general, of course, you should stretch your calves as well. So yeah, just work with basically your whole body except for your ankles and your toes for now, and your hands. I mean, of course, if you're really tense there, then you should do it too. I'm just trying to minimize it. And let's see. Oh yeah, so another meditation aid would be to just be single-minded in chores and daily activities. So like, as weird as it seems, when you're wiping a dish, just focus on the dish. Put it away. Get the next one. Focus on wiping the dish. That is actually a form of meditation and will make your sitting meditations more doable as well. Okay, so start off with 5 to 10 minutes for this chair meditation or couch meditation, and as you feel like you're doing better, just go up 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever. The thing is, when you start getting into longer times, you're gonna get more and more discomfort in your hips, back, shoulders, neck, which is fine. That's totally normal as long as you're doing the meditation with as good posture as possible and relaxed. See, that's the hard part. I'll teach you. So if you're doing just 5-10 minutes, you can just sit in a chair like normal. Of course you could, or in a couch, you could sit back, but it's better to not use the back support and just, like I said, elongate. Pretend you're pulling up from your head and pulling up the torso, suspending the torso and the head. And this will actually also help you learn diaphragmatic breathing, which I always talk about as being the most important thing of all. So just learning how to suspend the torsos. But yeah, anyway, in meditation, you definitely want to suspend your torso and your head. Pull up. Separate from the hip, the torso, and the head from the shoulders. And so let's see, what did I put? Okay, and then find the balance point. So in meditation, you think you should just be sitting up, but sitting straight up, but you'll notice that if you're sitting straight up, usually we're a little bit too far behind, and you'll notice there's some tension in your back and your hip if you go back a little bit, right? So move forward, tilt at the hip, angle at the hip until that tension goes away. And then same thing with the neck. We usually like look up almost or straight out, and you'll notice there's some tension in your neck, lower neck. Tilt your head, your chin down a little bit, and you'll notice that that tension will release. And that's how you'll know if you're doing it right. And it's also about finding that balance. It's this balance point. So you're straight up or very slightly forward with your entire back, but your back is straight though. So you're turning like that, and then tilt the chin down a little. Hands usually just on your thighs. That's a relaxing kind of thing. If you're feeling tired or you just like it, you can have your hands up, or you can have your hands like this, or you could do the Zen thing, which is like that, or like that. I personally like to, it really grounds me when I just hold on to here, to my sacral. But yeah, if you want calming, which is usually good for meditation, right? Hands down, just on your thighs. And I'll get into a checklist next time, but just, if anything, you have a straight, a firm spine, but then your muscles are relaxed. You'll notice often throughout the meditation you might catch yourself like tensing your legs or your butt or your hips or your back, and your diaphragm too, definitely, or your neck and shoulders. So you just want to be relaxed and just keep checking in, like you check in with your legs, your thighs, and all these areas to make sure that you're not contracting the muscles as much as possible, you know. And you know, like I said, you're going to get discomfort probably at first because you haven't, these are different muscles, and we have bad posture often because of chairs and stuff. Now, why is that? It is because our hips should ideally be above our knees when we sit. And also the hips should be a little bit tilted back, like that, you know, a little bit. And so if you're going to start doing 15, 20, 30 minutes, then you're going to want to get either a meditation, you know, round bean bag, and you could just put it here. They look like this, but they're not. This is just a pillow, but it would look like this, but be a bean bag, like a meditation bean bag. Or you can just get some towels or a blanket. So as you noticed, I folded this big beach blanket and made it pretty tall actually. And then I put another towel. You don't have to put another towel here, but I just put another towel here to make kind of a ramp. And if you want, you can get this. You can put this there so it can kind of support your back or your hip. I mean, it's up to you, you know, if you can start off by just sitting back, but if you want to practice the quote-unquote, you know, real posture, just sit off of this back support. But you could even use, say I have this pillow here, and I'll put this blanket just right on my lower back, hip area, so that it supports my lower hip, and it feels good, you know. Over time though, I would get rid of any back support and just sit up and start working the hips and the back muscles and elongating it and getting in the right posture naturally. Okay, now really I don't want you to sit Indian style though at first. Just sit like in a normal chair, and then just prop yourself up. That way you don't have to worry about discomfort and pain in the legs. And like I said, the longer times you do, you're going to start maybe getting discomfort, and that's fine. And you're going to have lots of thoughts, that's fine. That's great. There's no such thing as bad meditation. It's just getting one step closer to to clearing your mind and realigning yourself and strengthening the muscles so that you're getting toward that pinnacle of just doing normal meditation on your own without thoughts and without any pain. I mean, relatively. So that's important to know. There's no such thing as bad meditation. It's all practice towards getting to that, um, I'll just say goal, even though there's never a goal, really. It's just that goal of just being able to meditate relatively well or effortlessly. Okay? And let's see what else. Okay, put your intention either on your hands. If you put your hands here, put your intention on your hands. Or I like to put my intention in my solar plexus. I've also heard Zen people say put your attention into your sacral, which is back inside here, below your belly button. And okay, and then when you're actually doing the meditation, close your eyes, unless it's easier for you to have a very slightly opened eyes and just have a soft gaze, but you can almost not even see, right? Unless you really want to do the open eye, which I would say is more advanced, and then you do a soft gaze and look down the bridge of your nose at that angle, a few feet ahead of you. Keep your mouth closed, but keep your jaw very loose. Keep your eyes loose. You know, try to keep your whole body loose yet upright. Your mind, it's also kind of like this paradox where you're really trying to have no thoughts and relax, but at the same time very alert and aware. I would say the main thing for your mind is just be aware, and for your body, firm spine, but relaxed, comfortable body at the same time. Muscles relaxed. And then you just sit there, you know, close your eyes, I guess. Usually I would say you should start closing your eyes. Mouth closed, but very loose. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, just at your normal pace. But just be upright, like I said too. That's very important. Suspend the torso. And if this helps with saliva, and it also closes the circuit and stuff. You can also try putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth, but behind your front teeth. Very, very relaxed and loosely. Okay, so there you go. Oh, and if you want a little bit of a crutch and you just don't want to sit there and just have nothing to do, you could count your breaths. You could count your in breaths and out breaths up to 10, and then start 1 through 10 again. Or you could just count your exhales 1 through 10, 1 through 10, 1 through 10. You could even say Om in your mind if you really want. You could even say a whole mantra over and over if you really want, just to distract yourself a little bit. You can also listen to nature sounds. I wouldn't listen to music because it's too much. It's too stimulating, you know. Let's see. I think that's it. So I guess one last story would be, think of, you have your mind and you're trying to work on that, and you also have your body and you're trying to work on that, and so it's two things, at least two things, that are trying to get to that point where you feel comfortable meditating. So it's very difficult at first, and so just keep that in mind. And like I said, keep in mind there's no such thing as bad meditation. If you're in pain, if you hate it, if it's boring, you have a lot of thoughts, that you're just being more aware of what's really going on, and the fact that your muscles and your body need help, you know, so with their postures and posture and stuff like that. So, and as far as the mind, just think of a dry, muddy well. Once you add water to a dry, muddy well, the first thing you're going to get is muddy water. But then as you keep practicing meditation, you're going to get that water to become more and more clear. And um, like I said, I'll end with the same David Lynch quote, which is meditation is good for everything. It's good for your posture, it's good for your body alignment, it's good for your blood circulation, your electricity, the electromagnetic circuits, the meridians. It's good for every function of the body. It's good for, you actually look better, even just posture-wise. And of course, it's good for concentration, focus, stress, any activity you do in life, it'll improve all of that. So, and it will also help you to realize your true self and not have you in such fear and mammalian reptilian brain, which is the key to all of this. The fears and the worries and the stresses and the judgments that we usually have. We're stuck in that mammalian reptilian brain. We're just basically animals in that sense. And meditation will help you get beyond that little by little. And it's a slow process, but it will do ridiculously, amazingly good things for you the more you do it. Okay? Later.